Thank you, Kindred. These are 3 words that I have to say right now because this man pretty much carried me to my 600 point score. I was desperate, right? I dropped down to about 380 points and I was just like at rock bottom. I was like, what do I do? How can I actually try and just get some wins and get up to the top 8 again? Well, I had to do some rank ups again, and the biggest rank up here was Kindred. Kindred just came in clutch so many times because he is still so annoying to deal with. He is still very new, and one little mistake can just mess you up for the entire fight. So Kindred here is just really valuable, and he made a great asset to my deck. But yeah, my recent climb was brutal. I went from 380 points to about 607 points, and it was all in the span of one day. And it was really tough because I just had to be on my A game pretty much every single matchup, but I managed to do it somehow. Pretty much all just luck because I am not that good at the game, right? But here is Kindred just being a massive MVP. This is a 7-star Hulk and he still managed to get him down a ton. This 7-star Joe Fix-It got him down a lot there as well. And don't mind that terrible CGR fight. That was just... let's just forget about that one. And then right here, this Kitty Pryde got down a little bit and it was enough for me to take that round, which got me the win overall. And yeah, just a really awesome time. And now we have the match that got me to 600 points. And it was against Zarafa. And Zarafa, I hope I'm saying that right first of all, but second of all, is insane at this game. And additionally, his roster is terrifying, man. He has like about 100 rank 2, so I was very nervous. So I banned Mcoc, Scarlet Witch, and Null because those guys are very annoying, and he is a really good Null player, so I just didn't want any of that. And he bans my Silk, which makes sense, my Death Strike, and my CGR, which fair enough. CGR is still an absolute menace even at rank 3. So here, this was a good start. Mephisto is always a clutch MVP. And honestly, I feel like he is my most used defender by far because Human Torch doesn't work in this meta, so he doesn't have a really proper counter besides like Kitty Pryde. And even Kitty Pryde takes a bit of time as well, so he is just so good this meta. I feel like he is by far the best overall defender in this meta. Like Man-Thing, Nova too, but Mephisto is still just that MVP time stall, so you gotta appreciate him. And there I picked Kitty and Nova, who is also super annoying on defense, and he picked Mysterio and Sauron, who are both the rank 2 7-stars, so that is pretty terrifying. And here he has Kitty, and Kitty is great for Mephisto, probably his best counter this meta, but he doesn't pick her. He instead picks Valkyrie, probably for Nova, which makes sense. But honestly, I would have picked Kitty Pryde because Mephisto is always a problem, and in this meta where there are so few counters, it is important to pick Kitty Pryde for sure. So here I pick Hulkbuster and Nick Fury because Nick Fury is still just that MVP time staller. With Nick Fury in this meta, he can't degen from his second life, so he just stays at full health, which is really annoying. And there he picks Nova himself and also Hulkling, which is fair enough. And he banned TGR, which is my go-to Nova counter, so I had to pick Domino here because she is my second best Nova counter, which is always a bit messy, but here it goes kind of decent. And I pick Warlock as well, and this was a really good choice because look at that, man. Mr. Sinister, my only counter to him right now was Warlock, so I got super lucky there. And yeah, pretty good times here, man. I think he picks Ant-Man after a reroll, which is fine. Future Ant-Man, pretty annoying on defense still this meta because of the glancing and the damage cap too, so overall can be a bit annoying for sure. Here he places, I believe, Nova, and so I have to use Domino here. And this fight can either go super good or super bad, and here it went like kind of mid, but sometimes this can be 23 seconds. I've done it before. Other times it's like 80 seconds and you just lose the round guaranteed. This time it was kind of in the middle, so not too bad, not too good, and I didn't play too well here. Nova always trips me up for sure. Like, Nova just has such annoying abilities and his AI is terrible too. Here I get a bit unlucky with the crits, like nothing too good so far. I want the SP2 to crit though, because that is the biggest source of damage for us here. And if it doesn't crit, then I'm just pretty much done for. So here he drops the SP1, thankfully, and we go back in and hope for some crits, and we get some decent crits here. No crit there, but then a 96,000 crit, which is just so good. There I missed the dex though, and I get hit, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And here he auto blocks, which is super annoying, but it's fine. I then drop the relic, which gets pretty much all crits, which is pretty cool. And here I drop a combo, and that ends the fight in about 51 seconds. So not too bad, not too good. I did get hit there, so it is pretty annoying, but Mephisto is still holding on, and he ends up winning me this round. So that's pretty sweet. But yeah, Mephisto is just so annoying with the time stalling and the power gain and the aura. He is just not a fun time whatsoever. And yeah, round 1 is mine, thankfully, because if I lost this round, I was pretty much done for. So I'm glad that I won it here, and I have a chance now at beating Zarafa. By the way, Zarafa always like 2-0s me pretty much, so I was confused because I usually never make it this far against him, but here I am actually in the lead, which never happens. So I was just like, what do I do now? So here I placed Nova because he doesn't really have the best counter to him, which is always a good time because Nova is super annoying without the right counter. And you saw in the last fight that, yeah, without the right counter, he is a pain. And here he drops Future Ant-Man, so I pick Hulkbuster. Rank 5 Hulkbuster, I need him to come in clutch here for sure, and he does because Hulkbuster is just that good. And honestly, I cannot wait for 7-star Hulkbuster. I want him so badly. He just looks like he's gonna be an insane 7-star. But yeah, this fight is going pretty well. Future Ant-Man has probably the most dangerous SB2 in the game because if you get hit by it, you are just one shot, right? But this goes pretty well. We drop an SP1 there, and it gets capped, but we still do 10,000 mediums, and this fight is pretty much wrapped up. Here he drops the SP2 again. I just block it. I'm not trying to risk anything at all. I'm just trying to survive this fight, which I do. And that was like a 36-second takedown of Future Ant-Man with Hulkbuster. Not too shabby at all. Hulkbuster, man, he is just so good this meta. His damage output is just bonkers, even without the shock. So we are just chilling, right? And yeah, the time is ticking still. Valkyrie's still in the fight, and we end up winning this round. So that is pretty sweet, man. We got the 2-0 victory there, and this put me above 600 points, which is just a fever dream, man. I don't know how I got to 600 points, but I'll take it. Like, it doesn't feel real still. I feel like I'm still not good at this game, and this has just been a massive streak of luck, which honestly it really has been. But here we go. We have 607 points now, which is just insane. And I'm not top 3 because, yeah, those guys are going crazy right now. But I am the number 1 in Celestial 4, so I'll take that for sure. And yeah, a pretty awesome time, man. This grind has been a pretty brutal one for sure, but somehow we did it, man. So I'm pretty proud of myself. If I don't qualify, it is what it is. I'll just, you know, be proud of myself still, right? But this is pretty much all due to luck anyway, so it is what it is, right? And yeah, that's about it for me.